Rob and Dakota have a lot in common. For their bravery, they've both been awarded the nation's highest military decorations. For Dakota, this included the Medal of Honor. Both men have also collected a wealth of experiences while serving their country. And it's these experiences, and their resulting life lessons, that this book explores. When you get famous, people begin to ask certain questions. How'd you get where you are? How can I be more like you? What's your secret? It was no different with Rob. Ever since the public learned that it was him who fired the bullet that killed America's most wanted man, he gets asked these questions all the time. How'd you become such a good shot? People often want to know. Fans even ask him about the secret to his happy marriage. Luckily, over the years, he's figured out a great answer: free throws. It sounds crazy, but that's kind of the point, because this nonsensical answer leads to people inquiring further. What do free throws have to do with his success in life? It's then that Rob launches into explaining one of his core principles: the importance of mastering the basics. Rob learned this long before he was a Navy SEAL. As a kid, he spent hours with his dad at the local gym shooting hoops. To help him get better, Rob's dad implemented a rule. Before they could go home, one of them would have to shoot 20 free throws in a row. If neither managed to do it, they'd keep going, even if it meant missing dinner. Without those free throws, Rob wouldn't be where he is today. That's because at a young age, he learned the importance of endlessly repeating the basics to get good at something. And at the end of the day, this principle doesn't just work for sports. If you want to get good or even great at something you love, you need to accept that you won't get there overnight. You'll need to be disciplined and put in the hard work. You'll have to accept the necessity of endless repetition. Although it might take months or even years, at some point the basics of the skill will become second nature. Rob thinks another, lesser-known skill that Navy SEALs practice is even more important. That's the ability to stay calm and avoid panicking no matter the situation. It's important to make a distinction between panic and fear. Panic is something you should avoid. But fear? Often, fear is something you should embrace. In fact, fear is a natural, healthy human instinct. It provides you with adrenaline and helps you make judgment calls in fight-or-flight situations. In SEAL terms, fear is known as a heightened sense of awareness. While panicking is dangerous, fear is necessary in order to stay alive. Life often throws you into unpredictable situations, and it's important that you react in a rational way. If you panic, it's likely you'll make irrational decisions, so instead, always try to stay as calm as possible. So remember, however bad a situation seems, don't panic. At the same time, don't forget that there's also danger in being too calm all the time. Complacency can actually be just as dangerous as panic, if you let your guard down. It's much more likely you'll make serious mistakes. And whether you're a soldier, construction worker, or doctor, mistakes can have serious consequences. It's extremely important to follow some rules. Some are common sense and can keep a soldier from getting killed. The military is known for its strict command structure. Soldiers always have to obey orders given by a superior. And most of the time, there are important reasons for orders. Sometimes, though, there just aren't. And it's important for everyone, soldiers and civilians alike, to recognize when rules no longer make sense and need to be broken. Like countless soldiers before them, after returning home, they both developed post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. The things they saw while serving their country were truly horrific, and when they returned home, they were haunted by their memories of war. For Rob, the worst part of all of this is that the government department in charge of veterans' health wasn't able to diagnose his PTSD, let alone treat it. After a series of negative experiences at the center, Rob realized that government-run healthcare was not going to help him get better. To recover from his PTSD and alcoholism, he instead sought out a private clinic offering experimental PTSD treatment. Although the treatment used the illegal drug MDMA, commonly known as ecstasy, he decided it was worth a try. MDMA is now being used to treat PTSD in clinical trials across America, and so far, it's been remarkably successful. However, this clinic wasn't taking part in those clinical trials, its use of MDMA was illegal. Rob decided to go for it anyway. After all, sometimes you have to break rules that go against common sense. Right? It turns out that the drug was the miracle Rob was looking for. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more book discussions.